Hi, this is Sirisha. In this session, I'll be taking you through the overview of ShootaTool and how we can use this tool to solve our production events. The ShootaTool is a CA tool and it provides an efficient way of resolving the online events. The agenda for today would be what is SimDump, how we can work with SimDump, and what can we do with SimDump, and how to use source listing for event analysis, and steps to follow to analyze production dumps from your test regions. What is SimDump? SimDump is used to resolve program events and other problem in Kix regions. SimDump provides an efficient online dump capture for Kix events. This tool captures the formatted data dump at the time of event, which can be used in event analysis. What can we do with SimDump? Analyze dump symbolically to resolve application events that occur in production and test systems, and solve these problems easily online by using source listing dump analysis screen. When examining a dump using this screen, your source listing displays the instruction that triggered the event, explains the nature of the event, and gives you a simple and quick access to the instruction and its operand's main storage. Listing screen displays a wide range of data about your dump through formatted and main storage displays. Manage your dump dataset so you can selectively retain, view, and print the dumps you need and discard the ones you do not. Now we'll see how to use SimDump. To access the SimDump from Kix, we need to enter a transaction ID SYMD on a clear Kix screen. When you enter this transaction, the primary option menu looks as below. It has various options as shown below. Only some of them are available for application developer. The others are restricted and only used by system programmers. The options that are used by system programmers are 2, 3, 4 and 5. The option 1 is available for application developer for event analysis, and 6 and 7 are used by application developer to view the source and maintain the event codes. Analysis option is used to select the dumps based on some criteria. Tracing captures the Kix internal trace table and writes it to the prot DMP file. Configuration is used by the system programmers to set some of the parameters at the global level. Start. This is again used by the system programmer to start the dump capture facility. Stops the dump capture facility. Once your dump capture facility is started, the events will be captured in the dump. Once it is stopped, the events will not be captured anymore. Source selects program source files and listings for display. Status or maintenance. Status provides online displays of SimDump for Kix product components, including the general level, global installation options, and what maintenance has been applied. Maintenance allows a help administrator to maintain the optional user help file entries of user-defined event codes and descriptions. It's nothing but the user or application developer can use this status or maintenance screen to enter user-defined event codes and their descriptions, so that it will be helpful for a newcomer to see whether it's a user-defined event and what is the description and how they solve the event. This is basically used to maintain the user-defined event codes history. What's new? Displays online help topics listing the new features for this release. An exit is used for exits the menu processing. Now we'll see the online practical session of how to use SimDump till now. On a Kix clear screen, we need to enter a transaction called SYMD and press enter. This displays the primary menu option. Here you can see different options as we discussed. One is analysis. 2, 3 and 4 and 5 are restricted to the application developer. 6 and 7 again available for application developer, and 8 and 9, 8 and X. Now we'll see one analysis. This is the analysis dump trace analysis screen that is available on the analysis screen. Now we'll see how to work with the dumps. Once we select the analysis option, we have different filtering parameters available on the dump trace analysis screen. Based on the parameters the user has entered, the dumps and the appends will be displayed. The dump file ID is a mandatory field that is required on the screen. All the other things will help you to filter out the appends. This is how the dump trace analysis screen looks like. Here you can see the dump file ID, which is a mandatory field that should be provided by the user in order to select the appends. Other than this, what are the other filtering parameters available are Kix application ID. This is nothing but a Kix application region name that you would like to see the appends occurred, where the appends occur. So specify the application of ID of the Kix region from where which dumps are to be selected if the dump dataset contains dumps from more than one region. For an example, if you have allocated the dump file to more than one region and you would like to see only a specific region appends, then you can specify the Kix application ID. If you would like to sort the appends based on a user ID, you can provide the user ID too as a filtering parameter. And if you exactly know which program has caused the append, you can provide the program name as a filtering parameter so that you can see the appends occurred for a specific program. Transaction. This is used as a filtering parameter to filter out the appends that have occurred for a particular transaction ID. Dump code. Dump code is nothing but an append code that has been occurred for any of the program. If you specify the dump code, it will select all the entries that has this particular dump code. For example, 5 different programs have appended with a dump code called Astra. When you specify Astra as a dump code, it selects all the 5 entries and displays it on the next screen. Terminal ID. Terminal ID is again another filtering parameter to filter out the appends occurred from a specific terminal ID. Start date. Start date is nothing but a date wherein you would like to see the appends from. So the date would be in MMDDYY format, and you will have to specify the start date. Start time, from which time you would like to see, and it would be a 24-hour clock, so you will have to specify time accordingly. End date. End date is the date where you will specify the end date of the appends you would like to see. End time is again a time where you will specify a 24-hour clock, and the default will be populated always on the screen. As you can see here, we have different filtering parameters available on the screen called dump trace analysis. As I told, dump file ID is a mandatory field. This should be provided by the application developer. When you provide a dump file ID, it gets all the appends that are present in the particular dump file for a specified date range. If you don't know a specific dump file ID, you can give a star which gets all the dump file IDs that are available for this particular region. Kix application ID is nothing but an application program, application ID name of the Kix region, or nothing but a Kix region name, and user ID is a rack of ID, and a program is program name. As I told, transaction is a transaction ID. Now we'll see an example of a filtering parameter. Here I'll provide a region name and I'll provide a date range as shown in the screen, and I don't know the dump file IDs, so I'm just giving a star against that. So now we'll see how it will be displayed. As you can see in the next screen, 3 entries are filtered out based on the dump file ID. Dump file ID is nothing but the region name here, that is a POSIX, and these are the different transactions that have got appends, and these are the programs within the transactions that have got appended. And here you can see the offset column, which gives you the offset at which the program has appended, and you can see the append code, and you can see the date and time of the append. Here one more column is present, which is called dupes. This shows us how many appends have occurred for a same program at the same offset and the append code. So SimDump does eliminate the duplicates and provides a single entry and shows the number of duplicates in the dupes column. And if I would like to sort or filter out the appends based on the transaction ID, I'll provide the transaction ID and I'll press and enter. Here this way, for a particular transaction, it will be displayed what are the entries, append entries we have for a particular transaction ID, and it contains the same program appended so many times but on different data on the same date from different dump files, that means different regions. This is how we filter the append entries. Now we'll see how to work with a particular specific entry, how we can do the analysis and how we can come to a point where it has got the problem and all the stuff. So now we'll select a specific entry. This is how I have selected a specific entry, and this is the display selection screen where we can see a different for displays we have and different options we can choose. We'll go through each one by one. See.